Hey everybody, good morning and happy December. Yep, can you believe it? We are in December right now, which only means, well, I'll just say it like it is. This means it's Christmas season, so you know how this is going to go. For me, Christmas always tells a story where it's about coming together and just spending time with those who have been by your side from the start. So, yeah. So, with Christmas season happening, yeah. I got a feeling that it's going to be very crazy this month with everybody trying to get what they need. And the one thing that really gets me going was when people wait to the very last minute to do their Christmas shopping or anything, and they wait, and there are others who wait to the very last minute knowing that they didn't do it at all. So you know, yeah, yeah. So, but it's December. If you got a head start on that, getting everything you need out of the way, then you are good. You are set. It's over, so you don't have to worry about that. So yeah. But today I want to make another I haven't done this in a while. I know. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't done my videos lately. Been busy with other stuff going on and also doing my art to keep me calm and relaxed. But I figured I'd do another art masterpiece video. And today we are in number 76. The last one I did was number 75, so say hello to number 76. And today, this morning, I got some collages I did during last month's break during Thanksgiving. So yeah. Last month was November, and we all celebrate our Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving always tells a story of what you're very thankful for, and thankful for those who got you to where you are and where you are as of today. If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be where you are. So yeah. Always be thankful for them that they've been by your side, they've had your back, and know that you would make it to where you are, even as they had faith in you. So yeah. So last month during Thanksgiving break, I did some. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did some throwback collages, and these are throwback wrestling collages. And we all know that WWE is definitely and absolutely very recognizable for its greatest event during Thanksgiving season, Survivor Series. So yeah, Survivor Series going back, I want to say 1987. Yeah, the first Survivor Series event happened, and it's always had traditional elimination tag team matches, whether it's 5-on-5 or 4-on-4. So yeah, but definitely 5-on-5 battles that have happened throughout the many years of Survivor Series. So yeah. So over the Thanksgiving break, I did some Survivor Series throwback collages, and I've got a couple that have happened throughout the years, with Survivor Series being the very most recognizable pay-per-view event of WWE history. So I got some right here, and I may have done also a Superstar collage. So yeah. But I got some great Survivor Series throwback collages right here in store. So I'll show you the first one. So yep. So here's the first one. Tell me if you remember Survivor Series 2002, the year where the first ever Elimination Chamber made its debut in the most famous legendary arena of New York City, Madison Square Garden. Yep. Survivor Series 2002 saw a lot of things that happened in Madison Square Garden. One, the reuniting of the Dudley Boys, coming back as a tag team. Two, Paul Heyman turned on the lad that he first brought into WWE. Yeah, Mr. Brock Lesnar. And yeah, that was number two. And number three, like I mentioned before, the first ever Elimination Chamber match coming through the doors of WWE's Kingdom. Yep, it all came from Eric Bischoff. He was the reason the event became a huge success, especially with the Elimination Chamber being first debuted. So yeah. So here's the throwback of Survivor Series 2002 right here. Yep. These are the greatest events that have happened before. Yep. Right here on the right, we got Triple H being thrown into the Elimination Chamber by RVD. Right next to that image, we have HBK scoring the World Heavyweight title. Oh yes. Going down here, who remembers the first ever women's hardcore match for the women's title between Trish Stratus and Victoria? I'm not gonna lie, Victoria was a very deranged woman, but that's how times were back then, so that's how history goes with WWE. Over here, next to the image of Victoria and Trish going at it, we have Rey Mysterio hitting a 619 on Eddie Guerrero. Yep, Edge and Rey Mysterio defended the WWE Tag Team titles in a triple threat tag team elimination match. It was the champs against the former champs, Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit, against the runner-ups for the tag team titles, Los Guerreros. So yeah. And right next to that image of Ray 619 Eddie, we have Jeff Hardy teaming up with the Dudley Boys to take on 3-Man Warning and Rico in a 6-man tag team elimination tables match. You can see Jamal going for a huge splash on Jeff Hardy through the table. Yep. The biggest one I'll never forget from that match was when Jeff sent Rosie through the table with a swanton bomb off the balcony. And that's happened before when he and Matt took on the Dudley Boys in the very same arena back in 2000 of Royal Rumble. The first ever tag team tables match. So yeah. But this memory tells everything. So yeah. And you can see right here, I put down where the event took place and the arena where the event was held and the date. Right here saying November 17th, 2002. Yep, live from the greatest city of New York City. And the theme for the event was played by Saliva singing the song Always. And if you can tell right here, we got the attendance record of how many people came to the event. 17,930 people came to the event, and they wanted an absolute run for their money. So this event back in 2002 was the absolute run for their big money. So yeah. Survivor Series 2002 came with memories you could never ignore and never forget how good times are definitely made with history being included. So yeah. I'll hold this up so you guys can see for yourselves. Yep, I'll hold this up and then move on to the next one. Alrighty, doing good. Yep. Okay, next. Ooh, another Survivor Series moment. We have Survivor Series 2004, where this took place in Cleveland, Ohio, at the Gund Arena, and we saw matches that made you want to say, "Oh, this is definitely going to get my interest," or "This is going to be really good for a run for my money." So here we are, Survivor Series 2004. A lot of great matches happened over there. The biggest one that got everyone's attention was the Survivor Series traditional elimination 5-on-5 match. Actually, it was 4 against 4, so yeah. Yeah, we had Team Orton taking on Team Triple H. Winning team would get a hold of Raw for a week to be in charge. So, on Orton's team, you had the team captain himself, you had Maven, you had Chris Benoit, and you definitely have, and I quote, let's see, let me take a look. I'm just trying to make sure. Yep, Chris Jericho. So Jericho, Benoit, Maven, and the team captain himself, Randy Orton, against Triple H's team. And on the Games team, at the time when he was world champion, you had him, the team captain himself, Batista, Edge, and Snitsky. It was a chance to see who was definitely going to get a hold of Raw for a week and, to determine who would be in charge. So, to tell the honest truth, yeah, everybody was wondering how this was going to go. So, yeah. So, here are the other matches that happened in Survivor Series. We had one, Undertaker taking on Heidenreich. Heidenreich was the reason that the Dead Man couldn't get the WWE title off of JBL's hands. Yep. So Undertaker felt that at Survivor Series, Heidenreich had to be dealt with, even if it meant getting him off his case. Right here, we have Booker T taking a crack at the WWE Champion, JBL, in a showdown for his title. And of course, we have right here the big showdown. That was the main event. Team Orton versus Team Triple H, where the winning team gets a shot of being in control of Raw for a whole week. So, yep. And right here, we have the event where it took place, at the Gund Arena, 2004, in Cleveland, Ohio. The date was November 14th, 2004, and the theme for the event was sang by the Xyz, who sang the song called Ugly. And if you're wondering what the attendance records was, we had 7,500 people attend the event to see what was happening at Survivor Series. So, yeah. Big moment that no one can ever forget was Team Orton vanquishing Team Triple H for control of Raw for a week. So, yeah, that was the big moment that no one can ever ignore. And, for Randy, it had to feel good defeating the Game because, he and the Game always have been at odds with each other, especially when it came to forming Evolution. So, that's how history was back then. and everything tells the story when it comes to Survivor Series. So yeah, I'm so glad I took that to the curb this morning. Yeah, yep, yep. I did that already, so we are good. Yeah, trash can or probably recycling truck outside. All right, now Survivor Series moment. Oh, we have one right here. Tell me if you remember 2006's Survivor Series. Yep. Here's another one. Survivor Series 2006. This one took place at the Wachovia Center Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Yep, yep. We saw a lot of great matches that happened, especially with traditional Survivor Series elimination matches. Let's see. We had Team DX take care of Team Ray RKO in a 5-on-5 battle. Yep. DX's team cleared out Ray RKO's army like as if they knew how it was going to go. So, yeah. Because on DX's side, you had them, the Hardys, and ECW native CM Punk against Red RKO, Gregory Helms, Johnny Nitro, and of course Mike Knox. So yeah, yeah. So like I said, DX's team cleared out the entire team of Red RKO's army. So yeah. So yep, yep. Also, what else do we have? John Cena's team took on Big Show's team. On Cena's team, you had RVD, Kane, Bobby Lashley, and I'm trying to figure out, let's see, Kane, RVD, Bobby Lashley. I think that's why I'm trying to remember who was the fifth individual. Oh, Sabu. Yep, yep. The late great Sabu was part of Cena's team against Big Show's team, who was the team captain himself, Umaga, Finley, MVP, and of course I'm trying to remember there was somebody else. Big Show. Oh, Test. Yeah, Test was part of that team. So yeah, yeah. But yeah, Cena's team vanquished Big Show's team with Lashley and Cena being the sole survivors. So yeah, yep, yep. That was a moment that no one can ever forget. Yep. Another moment that we'll never forget was Undertaker and Mr. Kennedy in a first blood match. Now let's remember this: Undertaker debuted in the WWE by debuting in Survivor Series. Yeah, Undertaker debuted at Survivor Series 1990 in a way of him making his debut in the WWE. Yep. So yeah. At Survivor Series 2006, he took on Mr. Kennedy in a match where this was an old match. A match where you must split your opponent wide open. Once his wound is split open, the referee declares someone for splitting that person open the winner. It was a first blood bout, so yeah. We all know how that match went. Mr. Kennedy got a victory over the dead man after someone he knew had got involved, and that someone was MVP. But after the match, Undertaker returned the favor by splitting SmackDown's loudmouth individual wide open using his bare hands and more likely a chair shot. But yeah, it just goes to show how Survivor Series knows how to make moments you can't forget. And the big one that was safe for the event was Batista defeating King Booker to get back his world title. Batista tried many times to get his belt back, and every time he did, there was always a distraction or the King looking for a way to get through him so he couldn't get his world title back. But at Survivor Series, the Animal found a way to dethrone the King, even if it meant without the referee ever noticing that the Animal took the world title and bashed King Booker with it. Yeah, to tell the honest truth, King Booker tried to do the same, but Batista knew that the King would go for it, would tell him to give it the King an absolute taste for his medicine. An absolute taste of his medicine. So yeah. But yeah, 2006 was a year that memories were made and moments were made with someone that everyone saw as world champion get his title back. So yeah, yeah. So that was a good thing. So yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Survivor Series 2006 came with moments you couldn't ignore. So yeah, definitely. Alrighty. What's another one? Ooh, ooh. I'm trying to see if I have any more Survivor Series moments. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, wait. Hold on. So sorry. I do have one. So I have a very special one. And remember how we talked about how The Undertaker debuted Survivor Series in 1990? So here's 2015 Survivor Series where we saw the finals of a tournament where a new WWE champion was going to be crowned. And also, we celebrated 25 years of The Undertaker being around in WWE. Don't forget, 1990 Survivor Series in Hartford, Connecticut was the night that the Phenom made his debut. And ever since then, 25 years has always told the story of the dead man, never to be overlooked and never to be unrecognizable. The dead man has been recognized for many things he has done in WWE. So we have the moments right here where we have the legendary traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match. We also have my boy scoring the WWE title, and also the Brothers of Destruction coming together as they took on the Wyatt family. And then the big one we can't forget was when Roman won the title. All was good until Sheamus ripped it away from him when he cashed in his briefcase. Yeah, you remember that moment. Sheamus was the reason that Roman lost the title in 5 minutes and 15 seconds. Yeah, some memory that no one will ever forget. But yeah, that's how it was. And this took place in Atlanta, Georgia, from the Phillips Arena. And the date was November 22nd, 2015. Yep, 2015. Yep. And the last collage I didn't show you was Survivor Series 2006. Let me show you that date. Oh, November 26th, 2006, for the last collage I did. Survivor Series 2006. But yeah, this one was Survivor Series 2015. Took place in Atlanta, Georgia at the Phillips Arena, November 22nd, 2015. Attendance record was 14,481 people came to see this event happening. And also for the last collage, 2006 Survivor Series, 15,400 people came for that event in Pennsylvania in 2006. So just wanted to let you know on the last collage I did before I showed you this one. So yeah. But Survivor Series came a moment you couldn't ignore. So yeah, that's the way I see it. So yeah. All right. Okay, I got one more. Collage. And this collage, I got one more Survivor Series throwback. So far I've shown like 6. So say hello to the last one. All right, yeah, this is the last one, number 7. 2003's Survivor Series. We have the one that took place at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. Yep. And the attendance record for the event was that 13,487 people came to see this event as ever. So, what happened at the 2003 Survivor Series event? Let's take a look. We have Los Guerreros taking on the Basham Brothers with the WWE Tag Team titles on the line. We also had Undertaker deal with Old Man Vince in a Buried Alive battle. Don't ask, it's a Buried Alive match. Also, we have Vince's son, Shane O'Mac, taking on the Big Red Machine Kane in a match where you must send the enemy that you do not like straight to the emergency room. That's right, these two fought in an ambulance match, which I remember very clearly and evidently. Also, we have the traditional 5-on-5. We have a few traditional 5-on-5 matches. Team Angle defeated Team Lesnar, with Cena and actually it was Benoit, Benoit and Cena were the sole survivors. Yep. And then let's see what's another one that no one can ever forget. Oh yes, Team Austin versus Team Bischoff, and Bischoff doing a stipulation. If Austin's team won, Austin remains as co-general manager of Monday Night Raw with him. But Bischoff threw this in, and he knew it was going to happen with him being the absolute controversial ruler. He knew that if Austin's team lost against his team, Austin would have to leave WWE. And I'm not going to lie, that shocking moment, Austin's team got defeated by Bischoff's team. On the Texas Rattlesnake side, his teammates were HBK, the Dudley Boys, Booker T, and I'm trying to remember who was another one. Booker T and RVD, yes. HBK, the Dudley Boys, Booker T, and RVD. And on Bischoff's team, you had him. Yeah, Bischoff's team, he had the Legend Killer, Randy Orton, Scott Steiner, Chris Jericho, Christian, and of course Mark Henry. So HBK went through everyone on Bischoff's team except one. HBK was the last member of Austin's team, and Austin had very much faith in HBK. So yeah, and we know how the ending went was when HBK was about to take care of Orton until Bischoff came in with a karate crap kick of his, and Austin went to go take care of the dude that no one likes, and then out of nowhere, Evolution member Batista shows up and gives HBK an unexpected Batista bomb, which led to Orton pinning a bloody HBK lying on the ground after being Batista bomb, which led to the fact that Austin's team was defeated by Bischoff's team. Yeah, no one can forget that moment. Yeah, everyone knew that Austin's team did as much as they could, especially HBK, and knew that this was the last time they were going to see the Texas Rattlesnake. I haven't forgotten about that moment. And also, Randy Orton has had a history of becoming a sole survivor, so this was his first time being a sole survivor. Yep. And also, before that match happened, he was also recognized for doing Eric Bischoff a favor. That was RKOing former basketball manager of the Mavericks, Mr. Mark Cuban. Don't ask. Times like this were crazy back then. So yeah, but that's how times were. So yeah, definitely. And also, I forgot to mention, Goldberg went through Triple H when it came to the world title being on the line. I remember Goldberg wanted to use the sledgehammer against the game, give him a taste of his own medicine. But Goldberg's like, I'm much better than that. I prefer a spear. So he speared the game, retained his world title, and that's just how Survivor Series went on that night with the moments being made and history being told by those who were there. So yeah. And those who watched it on TV, even if they didn't see it back then or watched it online. So yeah, yeah. But yep. So there you have it, my friends. That was all of my Survivor Series throwback moment collages. I hope you enjoyed them. This was number 76 of my art masterpiece. I will make another one the next time I do another one, so number 77 will be in the works. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Now, if you guys are going out today, even if you have to go to work or go somewhere that's important, please be careful out there. Icy roads have come knocking on the door, so just please be careful, stay safe, and drive slowly as you can to stay safe as ever. So yeah. Other than that, I just want to say thank you for your time, loves. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you the next time I make another art masterpiece video. Like I said, I'm working on number 77, so please be on the lookout for that. Other than that, take care, have a wonderful day, and like I said, stay safe out there if you go out. In the meantime, take care, loves.